There's a sound, a low vibrating hum that creeps in like a fog. Not in your ears, in your whole body. It doesn't scream, it doesn't knock. It simply exists. You try to trace it, you unplug appliances, you turn off your phone, you sit in silence. But it never goes away. It settles deep in your skull. It pulses when the world goes quiet. And once you hear it, something changes. You become aware, hyper-aware. And suddenly, silence is no longer silent. It's been heard in towns and cities across the globe. England, New Mexico, Canada, New Zealand. Same hum, same torment, different people. They've called it many things. The Bristol hum, the Taos hum, the Windsor hum. But most just call it the hum. And here's the mystery. Only about 4% of people can hear it. No microphone can capture it. No lab can replicate it. Where is it coming from? Why does it haunt some but not others? And why, after decades of study, is no one any closer to the truth? The sound that drives people mad. Who hears it? Roughly 1 in 25 people say they can hear it. A low drone, not quite a sound, not quite a feeling, more like a presence, always there. They all describe it in different ways. Some say it's like a truck idling outside the window. Others say it's a deep, slow throb, as if the earth itself is groaning. But what's really strange is that it doesn't affect everyone. A person can live in the same house, sleep in the same room, and hear nothing, while their partner is kept awake night after night. A man in rural Oregon writes, "I sold my house. I thought it was something in the wiring. I moved across the state, but it followed me." A woman in Auckland, New Zealand says, "I hear it most between midnight and 4 a.m. When the city goes to sleep, the hum seems to wake up. It's a kind of auditory haunting. Some hear it only in bed. Others report it while driving alone, walking in forests, or sitting in absolute stillness. And there are hotspots, strange concentrations of reports in very specific areas. Taos, New Mexico, Windsor, Ontario, Bristol, England, Largs, Scotland, Auckland, New Zealand. In each case, officials have brought in scientists. They've tested water mains, air pressure, magnetic fields, even military frequencies. No explanation. And despite being separated by oceans and continents, the stories are eerily similar. Same sound, same torment, same disbelief from those who can't hear it. So what connects the hearers? Is it a sensitivity to sound? A neurological anomaly? Or are they tapping into something the rest of us can't perceive? Part 2. Scientific Theories. Scientists have been trying to decode the hum for decades, but the deeper they dig, the stranger it gets. One popular theory? Industrial noise. Some researchers believe low-frequency sound from factories, power lines, or underground pipelines might be to blame. These sounds, called infrasound, travel long distances and can pass through buildings. But there's a problem. The hum often persists in rural areas, far from any significant industry. Another theory: geological activity. Some geologists think it's tied to microseismic movements, subtle shifts in the Earth's crust, natural vibrations caused by ocean waves or tectonic tension. But again, it doesn't quite add up. Why would only a few people in the same location hear it, while most don't notice a thing? A third idea involves the human body itself. Otoacoustic emissions. Tiny sounds the inner ear produces as part of its normal function. Could some people be unusually sensitive to their own internal noise? Then there's the neurological angle. Could it be a form of auditory hallucination, like tinnitus, but lower, slower, and tied to brainwave patterns? No tests have proven this, but it remains on the table as a possibility. Still, none of these theories explain everything. Why do clusters appear suddenly? then vanish for years? Why has no recording ever captured the hum in a way that matches what hearers actually describe? And why, if it's just all in their heads, do so many people report the exact same sound from all corners of the world? The science, for now, comes up short. And that might be the most unsettling part of all. Part 3. The human toll. For those who hear the hum, it's not just a nuisance. It's a life-altering force. It disrupts sleep, not with volume, but with presence, like a tension that never releases. Some hearers describe falling into obsessive routines, endlessly checking appliances, pacing rooms. They turn off power to the entire house, but the sound is still there. The longer it persists, the more it invades. It fuels anxiety, depression, and in rare but devastating cases, has even led to suicide. A man in the UK wrote, "I begged the council to investigate. They said it was tinnitus. I stopped sleeping. I stopped functioning." In Taos, a woman built a concrete bunker in her backyard, convinced it was the only place she could find peace. In New Zealand, one hearer wears noise-cancelling headphones day and night, even when no sound is playing. Many give up trying to convince others. The skepticism hurts more than the sound. They retreat, isolate, try to adapt. But it's hard to adapt to something no one can validate. And when doctors can't explain it, and friends don't believe it, that silence becomes its own kind of torture. The hum isn't just a mystery. For some, it's a sentence. Part 4. The unsolved mystery. The hum has been studied, measured, debated, and yet it remains unsolved. It doesn't follow the rules. It vanishes from one town, then resurfaces in another. Governments have launched investigations. In the US, the UK, and Canada, agencies have sent teams into affected areas. They've measured electromagnetic fields, soil vibrations, and infrasound levels. They've found nothing that matches what people report. Even private companies have tried. Acoustic consultants, independent engineers, paranormal researchers. Each comes away puzzled, empty-handed. And always, the hearers remain, waiting, listening, trying to explain the unexplainable. Some say it's a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand. Others believe it's the side effect of secret government tech, or global infrastructure we're not meant to detect. And then, of course, there are the fringe theories: mass psychological contagion, alien signals, dimensional interference. But none of these ideas, scientific or speculative, fully explain the truth, because the hum has no sound file, no visual signature, no universal trigger. It only lives in experience, which makes it perhaps the perfect unsolved mystery. Do you hear the hum? Let us know if you do or have in the comments. Please like and subscribe for more mysteries from the hushed unease that science still can't explain.